The Russian Black Sea Fleet may lose another landing ship. A Project 1171 Tapir landing ship is anchored off the southern coast of occupied Sevastopol, and its condition suggests that it is living out its last days. Details and footage were published by the resource Krymskiy Veter. In Sevastopol, a large landing ship of the occupiers is falling apart from old age. Our eyes see everything, the channel reported. According to him, the ship's superstructure has been covered with a camouflage net for over a year. Recent photographs show a rotten hull and deep traces of rust. This large landing ship has not been out to sea for about 2 years. The vessel is moved daily by tugs. It is moved from one berth to another. This means that it is no longer capable of moving independently. It is possible that this ship was damaged during the massive Ukrainian drone strike on Sevastopol in the spring of 2024. However, the Russian command traditionally does not disclose such facts, preferring to hide the real losses of the fleet. According to open data, the Russian Black Sea Fleet has 2 large landing ships of this type: Orsk, built in 1968, and Nikolai Filchenkov, built in 1975. It is known that one of them has been relocated to Novorossiysk. It is impossible to determine which one. Since the start of the full-scale war, the Russians have painted over all the names and side numbers. Another Black Sea Fleet ship has been effectively turned into floating scrap metal. For Russia, this is yet another sign that its navy in Crimea is rapidly losing its combat capability. Recently, Atesh partisans exposed the weakness of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Dozens of vehicles were recorded at the site, abandoned without guards. Many of them are simply rusting in the open air. What we saw there is shocking. Almost all the equipment is outdated, immobile and abandoned. Many vehicles have clearly been out of order for a long time and are standing in an open field without proper guards. Atesh says that this picture is evidence of systemic problems in the Russian fleet: a shortage of spare parts, difficulties with repairs and supplies. According to their assessment, the operational mobility and combat capability of the occupiers are at a critically low level. It is noted that the Russian side is trying to maintain at least minimal capabilities using old equipment as a reserve, but this only confirms the depletion of resources and the weakness of the enemy's military machine. The movement added that they will continue to monitor the facility and identify the real state of the occupying army.
Russian President Vladimir Putin visited a factory in the southwestern Russian city of Samara on Friday, as he inspected the production of aircraft and rocket engines. According to Associated Press, Putin examined the JSC Kuznetsov enterprise, which specializes in the development, production, repair and maintenance of gas turbine and rocket engines. He also held a meeting where he said that Russia is among the top 5 world leaders in the development and production of aircraft and rocket engines. Putin praised development of import substitution of aircraft engines. The latest VK650 gas turbine engines and turbojet engines, which meet the best world standards, are installed there.
Подчеркну, что как в советское время, так и сегодня Россия входит в 5 мировых лидеров по разработке и выпуску авиационных и ракетных двигателей. Только за последние 4 года количество поставленных авиадвигателей увеличилось более чем на 50% неукоснительного исполнения. Надо посмотреть, как они исполняются. Только что мы, как я уже сказал, прошли В этом году завершено импортозамещение двигателей на вертолетах «Ансат» и самолетах «Сухой Суперджет». Сейчас мы посмотрели, это все было показано. Там установлены, соответственно, новейшие газотурбинные двигатели ВК-650В и турбореактивный двигатель ПД-8, которые соответствуют лучшим мировым стандартам. На что хотел бы обратить ваше особое внимание. Первое, как гражданское, так и оборонное.
President Vladimir Putin said Friday that any foreign troops deployed to Ukraine before a peace agreement is signed would be considered a legitimate target by Russian forces. According to Associated Press, Putin spoke in Vladivostok, Russia, just hours after European leaders again pledged their commitment to a potential peacekeeping force. Putin also dismissed the idea of peacekeeping forces in Ukraine after a final peace deal, saying, "No one should doubt that Moscow would comply with a treaty to halt its 3 and 1/2-year military operation in neighboring Ukraine." He said that security guarantees would be needed for both Russia and Ukraine. The Russian leader's comments follow remarks from French President Emmanuel Macron Thursday that 26 of Ukraine's allies have pledged to deploy troops as a reassurance force for Ukraine once fighting ends. Macron spoke after a meeting in Paris of the so-called Coalition of the Willing, a group of 35 countries which support Ukraine. He said that 26 of the countries had committed to deploying troops in Ukraine, or to maintaining a presence on land, at sea, or in the air, to help guarantee the country's security the day after a ceasefire or peace is achieved.
Добрый день.
Что касается возможных контингентов воинских на Украине. Но это одна из первопричин втягивания Украины в НАТО. Поэтому если там будут появляться какие-то войска, особенно сейчас, в ходе ведения боевых действий, исходим из того, что это будут законные цели для их поражения. А если будут достигнуты решения, которые приведут к миру, к долгосрочному миру, то тогда я просто не вижу никакого смысла в их нахождении на территории Украины. Вот и все. Если эти договоренности будут достигнуты, никто, пусть не сомневается, что Россия их будет исполнять в полном объеме. И мы будем уважать те гарантии безопасности, которые, конечно, должны быть выработаны и для России, и для Украины. И, повторю еще раз, безусловно, Россия будет договоренности исполнять. Но, во всяком случае, с нами вот на серьезном уровне пока это никто не обсуждал. Знает, что я открыт к этим разговорам, и он тоже.